Hello, St. Peter's family. Pastor Brian here. Well, we find ourselves today in a new and different sort of place, don't we? Over the last week or so, concerns over COVID-19, the coronavirus, seem to have found its way into almost every part of our lives. Events have been canceled, schools are closed, we canceled our worship service yesterday, and almost by the hour, things seem to be changing. And all of that upheaval can cause us to certainly have a sense of anxiety and fear. And so I wanted to share with you today a little bit about the meeting that your church council and I held yesterday, during which we made some preliminary plans for when we might be able to return to worship again. But I want to stress that all of these policies and plans that we've made can be considered fluid at best. Last night, the Centers for Disease Control issued new guidelines asking all groups of 50 or more people to refrain from meeting for the next 8 weeks. It is certainly new territory for all of us. But one of the things that the council and I agreed on was that we must work hard to maintain some sense of connection and community over this next period of social distancing, no matter how long that might take. And so this is the first of what's likely to be a number of short videos that I'll be sharing in an effort to promote a sense of connection to our larger faith community. Today, I want to make you aware of a few things that came out of that council meeting yesterday. Officially, our building is closed to all events through Wednesday, March 25th. This would include our Sunday worship services, as well as our Wednesday evening Lenten traditions as well. The guidelines from the CDC came down last night after our meeting had ended. And so I would anticipate that our restart date would be adjusted for that 8-week time period. We'll have more information on that very soon. The second thing I want to share is that we understand that communicating online in this way is a quick and easy form for many of us, but that there are some members of our community for which online delivery will simply not work. We'll be working here at the church over the next few days to develop tools to maintain communication with everyone. But here's where you can help. Even though we can't gather together in person on Sundays for worship for a while, I would encourage all of us to take the extra time every day to make a couple of phone calls. Check in on the people that sit next to you in worship, the people that you're friends with, that you're concerned about. Check in with them. It's probably the most important thing any of us can do in these times. I want you to also know that the council has asked our parish nursing team and myself to limit our pastoral care to phone call visits only. This is how we'll proceed, except in very special circumstances. But please reach out to any of us or call the church office if you're in need of pastoral care or if there's any other way in which we can provide assistance during this time. And finally, don't forget about your offering. Even though we're not having regular worship services, the expenses of maintaining our building, of paying our staff, and of funding our ministry programs does not stop. I'll post a link in the comments section after this video to our online giving platform so that you can make a donation in that way. Or you can simply just mail your offering to the church. Also, everyone should be receiving a letter in the mail this week that will include a pre-addressed envelope for that purpose. This is going to be essential during this time that we're away from each other, so we really appreciate your thoughts and supports in this regard. Now, I don't know that any of us have ever been through something quite like this before, and so we're going to have to figure things out together. And so I want to encourage you to send me some feedback. Starting tomorrow, I'm planning a series of short devotions around some selections from the Psalms. Additionally, we're working on plans for a way to bring a worship to you on Sundays during this time. So let me know what you think. What sort of communications would be most helpful to you? What sorts of concerns and needs do you have? You can call or email me, or just comment here below the video post. I'll also use these videos to provide you with updates as our council makes decisions about our congregational life together going forward. It should also be a place to share with each other. If you have something you'd like to share, post it here in the comments. But I'll ask that you don't share specific prayer requests in this very public sort of forum. If you'd like, you can share them with me and we'll figure out a better way to distribute them very soon. Let us know what you're doing to pass the time in this strange world in which we find ourselves. Let's do what we can to keep connected. And let's continue to hold each other and our community in prayer. Will you join me? I want to share a prayer now adapted from a prayer written by Carrie Weber, found on AmericanMagazine.org. O God, who is made known to us in Jesus Christ, you traveled through towns and villages, curing every disease and illness. At your command, the sick were made well. Come to our aid now in the midst of the global spread of the coronavirus, that we may experience your healing love. Heal those who are sick with the virus. May they regain their strength and health through quality medical care. Heal us from our fear, which prevents nations from working together and neighbors from helping one another. Heal us from our pride, which can make us claim invulnerability to a disease that knows no borders. Jesus, healer of all, stay by our side in this time of uncertainty and sorrow. Be with those who've died from the virus. May they be at rest in you and in your eternal peace. Be with the families of those who are sick or have died. As they worry and grieve, defend them from illness and despair. May they know your peace. And be with the doctors, nurses, researchers, and all medical professionals who seek to heal and help those affected and who put themselves at risk in the process. May they know your protection and peace. Be with the leaders of all nations. Give them the foresight to act with clarity and true concern for the well-being of the people they are meant to serve. Give them the wisdom to invest in long-term solutions that will help prepare for or prevent future outbreaks. May they know your peace as they work together to achieve it on earth. Whether we are home or abroad, surrounded by many people suffering from this illness or only a few, stay with us as we endure and mourn, as we persist and prepare. In our place of anxiety, give us your peace. Heal us, O God. Heal us. Amen. Peace be with you, my friends. Amen.